Using Park Assist inside of the Mercedes GLC 350 is a very straightforward process. In order to use it, just underneath the screen, there's a little P button with a camera next to it. You're just going to push that, which is going to bring up either camera views or parking assistance. You're just going to tap parking assistance, and it's going to start searching for both parallel and perpendicular parking spaces. So, going to have to drive nice and slow, and what it's going to do is take a look to see what different spaces are available. There we go, you can see one parallel parking space. I want to do a little bit more of a challenging one here. Should pick this up. There we go. And brake, and you've got that space. Now, if there were multiple spaces kind of one after the other, it would show it available, then you can just select. But all we're going to do is just start procedure, hands off the steering wheel, feet off the gas and the brake, and the car is doing everything. So it's taking every obstacle into account. It's backing us up nice and slow, taking over the steering wheel as well. And where this really comes into play is if you've got mobility issues. So you have trouble with your neck, looking left, looking right, whatever the case may be. It does take a little bit of time, obviously, to do compared to just doing traditional parallel park yourself, but it's not bad at the same time. And you can see there. So it's gotten us into the space pretty nicely, a little bit off on the one side, and the big reason why is because there is a big bank of snow right next to us. So it's done the best that it could. You could kind of fix that a little bit more if you wanted to. But parallel park is now done. And then you can also do a parallel park out. So you hit that little P button again, tap on parking assistance. The vehicle is going to figure out what our situation is, and it's recognized it's parallel parked us, so we can now get it to pull out of the space. You're just going to hit the brake, hit start unparking procedure. You have to shift yourself into reverse, and then all hands off. The vehicle's going to back us up, and then it's going to twist the steering wheel. And what it's doing is it's just going to get us out of the space enough that we can then take over the wheel in order to start driving. So after a few seconds here, you can take it over at any point in time as well. So if you think it's going a little bit slow, you can just hit the brake, pop it into drive or pop it into gear if you'd like to, and then just continue to drive. This is what I mean about it taking its sweet time. There we go, and then hands on the wheel, and let's go for it. So like I said, it does take its sweet time doing this. The parallel park out, I'm not a huge fan of. Parallel park in, if you're not a big fan of doing parallel parking yourself, could absolutely come into play. Using perpendicular parking is just as easy. So same idea, just gonna tap that little parking button, hit parking assistance along the top, and start driving. Again, it's going to take a look to the side to see what spaces are available, looking for both parallel and perpendicular spots, but you can see a number of different spots open, and you can stop at any point in time and choose any of these spaces. So we've got the one space here now, but we're just going to start parking procedure, same idea. Hands off the steering wheel, feet off the gas and the brake, and the car's backing us up. So one thing that I like, that spaces are available everywhere, and like when they are, the vehicle kind of lets you choose between which space to go for. So if there are 3 or 4 spaces kind of side by side, you can pick whichever one you want. But again, it's doing everything for us. It's funny, it's signaling, it's controlling the gas, the brake, feet are off the brake, gas, hands off the steering wheel. Nice and slow process. Like a glove. Super simple there. And as you can see, we are now fully parked. And then one kind of neat thing is that there's also a perpendicular park out. So if you're not comfortable pulling out of a space yourself, same idea, you're just going to do a parking assistance again. It's going to take a look to see what our situation is, and you can either go right or you can go left. So you're just going to use the turn stalk to go one way or the other. In this case, I want to go left. So we're just going to hit the left turn stalk there, foot on the brake, and keep your foot on the brake and just start unparking procedure. Put yourself into drive, and then hands off the steering wheel. You can technically keep your hands on the wheel if you want to, but it's going to control everything for you anyways. But it's going to pull forward, and it's going to turn the wheel in order for you to be able to get out and then take over the wheel. Sometimes, I'm actually curious if it's going to do it this time, is that it actually might back me up and then straighten me out a little bit more for me to take off a little bit cleaner. But if I wanted to right now, I could even kind of stop it. So yeah, it's going to put me into reverse, so I don't care about going into reverse, so it's my foot on the brake. I'm going to manually override, put myself into drive, and then I'm just going to take over myself. So that's one nice thing, is that you've got the flexibility to do that. So if you think it's doing something kind of weird or wonky, hands back on the steering wheel, foot on the gas and the brake, and you can take it over yourself if you'd like. But that's how you use the park assist system inside of the ride. If you want full walkthroughs, like how to use the steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen, the infotainment, things like that, you'll find those walkthroughs down in the description of this video.